Now, our choices. We can obtain a random rare card, obtain a random common relic, lose all our gold but get more HP, or lose starting relic and obtain a random boss one. Well, we can go ahead and ditch our HP gain from burning blood here, and maybe opt for random boss relic. I like doing this sort of gambling. Oh my god, tired. It's been a million years. Hello there. Welcome. Hi. Hello. It is you. I obtained the random boss relic, and we've got a cursed key. We gain energy at the start of your turn. However, whenever we open a non-boss chest, we get cursed. Alright. So here's our little path. Then we have to decide how we want to go. These little symbols indicate just normal enemy battles. The money bags are merchants. You can buy cards, potions, relics if we can afford them. All of these money bags. The question marks are random events. They can either be a monster or they will be some other kind of event. There's different things that can happen. You can get a relic, though, that makes it so that you don't get any battles at all, which then puts these as a little bit of a safe path for the most part if you're running low on HP. There's an icon I've never seen before. Is it that one? With the little flames going around him? It's a little bit like a spoiler, see. You only get that one if you have beaten the tower with each of the 3 other characters. But the general large token with the big horns like this just indicates a more difficult monster. But I did that! Maybe all 4 characters? You have to beat it all 4 characters? I can't believe Caco out-gamered Welly. Uh-oh. Spoiling and pre-playing. Well, I'm explaining what it is. I mean, the spoilers. I feel like if you don't want spoilers for a game, you shouldn't watch a stream, right? It's not my fault, is it? Oh, sweat. They always have, though, these treasure chests at the same point, regardless, so you can't take a path and have it result in missing a chest. I think we will opt for not going straight for the money bags. We'll skip around them. And I really like doing these little mystery events, so how about we start over here? If you slay the Spire, how will chat be inspired? Oh. Ooh. I've gotten to level 20 on 3 out of 4 classes, and I'm so big brain I know how pointless some runs are, and backseating is pointless from RNG. Yeah, you can make general plans, but since this guy's using a buff over here, there are 2 kinds, well, there's multiple kinds of cards. Right now, I've got these attack cards, which deal damage, and defense cards, which will block damage. Oh, you know what? I just recalled that I have music off. We should put that on, shouldn't we? So it's not just a total void of silence, eh? There we go. Alright, I think that's a good volume. Okay, so if the enemy is not attacking, there's no point in defending, because naturally, you do not keep any defense cards that you have played over the rounds. So we're just going to use all of our strikes to attack him, though we do still have 1 extra energy, so I'll go ahead and use one of these defense cards as an example. You can see it puts 5 defense on my character, and if he was attacking, it eats through my defense before going to my HP. However, when I end the turn, and the enemy does not attack, This 5 defense just falls off. Doesn't matter that it was there. Ah, this music sure takes me back. Yeah, probably feeling very nostalgic if you have played A Fair Deal and have listened and heard the music A Fair Deal. Alright. And I'm going to use this bash because it applies a little bit more damage and applies some vulnerable, which you can see it says vulnerable creature takes 50% more damage from attacks. So I'm going to use that. You can also see in the upper left corner of these cards how much energy it takes to play them. Normally you start out with 3. However, I have 4 because of that boss relic that we got at the start when I was talking to the big whale. We bash him. And we'll just use one defense, so we're going to take a singular point in damage to our actual HP. Then we'll attack with our other strike. Now the cultist uses this buff here, where you can see it says at the end of its turn, he gains re-strength. This strength means he will do extra damage to me, which I do not want, because as then the fight lasts longer, he will do more and more damage and will become more and more difficult to defend off. Mr. Whale, can I please have a snack? It's too late, Jumbo. We've already passed the whale. He's gone now. Well, let's see. This would be 12 damage. You can see because he has vulnerable on. When I hover over him, it changes the damage reader on the card from 8 to 12 automatically. So you can see how much that 50% applies. So between 12 and 9, he's going to get killed. So we're just going to do bash. And then we strike. And then he's killed. We have snacks at home, but tired, we don't have them on the trip. And now we're stuck doing the little trip without any snacks because we forgot to ask the whale for some. And now, after most, if not every battle, we're giving a selection of cards to pick from. We don't have to take them. We could leave them. But since we're very early on, it can be nice to have some additional, more powerful cards. By the way, hello there, Arthur. Welcome. Well, hurry up and slay the Spire so we can go home and get the snacks. Okay, sorry. So our choices here are 5 block, 5 damage, 7 block, 1 exhaust 1 card. That means when you exhaust a card, you can see the little note at the right says removed until the end of combat. So if we had a hand over here and I played this card, we would lose one of the ones that we have in our hand. And then Thunderclap here is deal 4 damage and apply 1 vulnerable to all enemies. This would only be useful if we're able to attack anybody on the same round. But like curses, yeah, it would exhaust a curse as well, since it's just 1 random card. I think I'm gonna pass on all of these. I like generally keeping a slimmer deck. It's not like it helps the RNG, but then you don't have to worry so much about, is this card going to make into my hand pretty quick, but it also somewhat depends on what cards you end up with during your run. Oh, and you can see that question mark. We didn't get any exciting effects. We didn't have any interesting events. We have just ended up with a boring battle. More reliable draws isn't bad. We're just going to kill this first acid slime. They're just doing some little strategic negative effects things, so they're not going to be hurting me at all. So we're spending all of our attack cards. As he licks me, very gross. It's like the gray goo from yesterday, this guy. And hello there, Steven. Welcome. What the fuck, Slime Slayer? That's right. I killed the slime. Too bad. If I had another attack card, we could have killed him, but we don't. And we don't, by the way, we don't have to play cards We don't have to use up all of our energy. We can just end our turns. But sometimes I just like to play them anyway, because why not? Look, we've got a potion out of this round. Deal 10 damage to all enemies. The potions don't cost any energy to use, so you're free to use them as you please. We'll add a card to our deck. We've got deal 8 damage to all enemies, draw 1 card, put a card from your hand onto the top of your draw pile, and exhaust. Deal 8 damage, increase this card's damage by 5 this combat. Why? Don't mind if I do. See, that's one where having a smaller deck can be useful, because that means you go through your deck more often, which means you're able to play this card more often, which means it gets more powerful more quickly. Rampage deck, lock out! Oh, and look at that! Kitty, resubscribing for 10 months! Appreciated. Thank you, Kitty. Oh, these guys. They'll curl up after you attack them, so they take less damage. I'm going to attack the guy in the back with Bash. Should probably have used it on him, actually, because then he would have had the larger hit from Bash. He didn't really need it, but I guess it's too late now. Though, if I strike him, we can just straight kill him. So we'll do that. We'll defend from his attack, and we'll end our turn. Hit. No damage. And I'm just gonna use Rampage as my attack, since it does more than strike anyway with the same energy cost. We'll only need to defend 1 time over here, because all he can do is 5 damage. And we'll use... Oh, and look, he's dead. It doesn't even matter. Essence of Steel gives 4 plated armor, and the plated armor applies to your character in a way that at the end of each round, that plated armor will become defense. However, if you get attacked while you have that plated armor buff on, you will lose stacks of it. So then you don't get 4 defense each time. It'd make more sense when we actually use it, or if we actually use it and fight it all. Now, cards we've got this time are 8 block, draw a card, deal 9 damage, draw a card, armaments, gain 5 block, upgrade a card in your hand for the rest of combat. This one's nice, a better variation of your defense cards, in my opinion, for the most part. I think we're gonna go ahead and do Pommel Strike a lot of the times, or at least with the way I have been playing, or have played. I sometimes feel like it's better to just deal as much damage as you possibly can, than try to defend past attacks. So, I'll take that one, and we continue. I don't have a lot of money right now, so I'm not going to go to the money bag. But I do like events. Wait, that's too far ahead. We're gonna go down this path later on, at least then. No need to defend if your enemies die, exactly. The best defense is a good offense. Just kill faster than they can. We'll use 1 block to defend as much as we can from this guy. Then we'll use our rest of our cards to just attack him. It's us, weakening us so that we do less damage. That's alright. We keep fighting. He's doing 12 this time. I think then we're not going to bash. We're going to take both of our defenses. And we'll go ahead and use Rampage and Strike. Oh, we can only take 2 damage. And if Rampage shuffles back into our hand here, which it did, we now will do a greater amount. Boom. And then look at that, deal 9 damage. We kill him. Just like you're stealthy if no one is alive long enough to report where you are. If nobody knows, then it doesn't even matter. Okay, Twin Strike, deal 5 damage twice. Body Slam, deal damage equal to your block. I think I've only somewhat been able to manage to have a sort of block hand built around this idea, like the very first time I have played this red guy. Since then, I have not really been able to get it, but there's another card that lets you keep your defense between rounds, and it's great, but it only really works, you know, these card combinations, if the game actually gives them to you. Whenever you lose HP from a card, gain 1 strength. I don't have any cards that deal HP to myself, so this power isn't particularly useful and won't do anything if I do use it. And since it becomes, this is a point of gambling where you look and you say, well, do I hope that I'll get other cards later on that will benefit from this? Kind of like Body Slam over here. Is this something I want to gamble for and hope that I get cards that'll work around this idea? Who knows? I'm going to take Twin Strike. Gambling on my wholesome Caco stream? I don't know that you can have gambling and cards in the same role. How can you not gamble and have cards? What's better than 1 strike? 2! Yeah, then we deal 10 damage instead of just 1. And hello there, reanimated bit, and welcome. You've come, along with Slime, both of you coming in together. Hello, hey! We've walked into a room to find a large hole in the ground. As you approach the hole, an enormous serpent creature appears from within. Ho ho ho, hello, what have we got here? Hello, adventurer. I ask a simple question. The most fulfilling of lives is that in which you can buy anything. Don't you agree? Now we can agree, and we can get a bunch of money, but we will also become cursed with doubt, which the card over there, curse, at the end of your turn, gain 1 week. Weakness, you know, gives us 25%, and that means that every time this ends up in my hand, we get that week. Not great. However, if we got the gold, we would be able to spend the 75 amount. It would be a little bit like we're getting 100 gold from this, because we could spend the money to get rid of the curse when we go to a shop. Well, why not? We're not very far in yet, so... Yes! This will all be worth it. And then it rains money. The serpent rears its head and blasts a stream of gold upwards. It is amazing and terrifying simultaneously. You gather all the gold, thank the snake, and we get going. Going on over to the campfire. Now, the normal options on Slay the Spire are just Rest and Smith. Rest, straightforward, heals 4% of our HP, but we only need 5, not really in need of that. And the other one is Smith, where we can upgrade a card in our deck. So you can see, say, pull up Rampage, for example. It becomes Rampage Plus. Deal 8 damage and increase this card's damage by 8 this combat, rather than 5. However, there's this third option here. And this comes along if you have... Again, I believe if you have beaten the Spire as all of the characters before, it starts giving you this option. We're gonna grab it. Since we don't need health right now, and of course we could upgrade a card, but I want to see if we can get all 3 of those and if we can make it to the more secret endpoint. We've already avoided this guy on this map set, though, on this floor level. So we've kind of missed out on getting his piece. So we'll have to do that later. Though I don't know if you're able to collect all 3 and get through as non-purple character. I'm unsure. Regardless, let's do another question mark. I like events. Give me the events. Oh, he's offering me stuff. Look, if we pay 50 gold, we can remove a card from our deck. A strange blue humanoid with a golden helm approaches you with a huge smile. Hello, friend. I am Cleric. Are you interested in my services? The creature shouts loudly. Now, normally at the shops, this costs 75 gold at minimum. So we're gonna pay that to remove our curse card. Buy curse card. A cold blue flame envelops your body and dissipates. The creature grins. Cleric, talented. Haha, have a good day. Hi, Cleric, thank you. Man, Chad, that Cleric sure was muscular too. Oh, jeez. Oh, and hello there, Gooblin. Welcome. Ooh, we're getting a chest early. What does it contain? Yeah, get out of here, I know. Okay, we can get a pantograph, or we can grab a sapphire key. The pantograph will heal 25 HP at the start of boss combat, which can be useful when you start, we're low on HP. And maybe if you wanted to be able to upgrade a card pre-boss combat, you'd be able to. But I think we'll opt for a sapphire key in case the next chest we open up has a better item. And because of the relic that we have up here, where we get cursed cards from opening non-boss chests, now we have at the end of your turn, take 2 damage. And technically, if we had that power card before, it would have paired with this, because this is a card dealing me 2 damage. However, I didn't take that power, so... Alright, we've got a couple of question marks. If we took this right chest, we would have to do 2. But if we take this left chest, we only have to do 1, and then we can do this elite combat guy. Let's go that path. Another decay. Oh man, that's 2 of them! I guess I should have taken that power card. Now, this letter opener has every time you play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies. That's not too bad, but then we need skill cards to play. So if we have just a bunch of attack cards in our inventory, it doesn't merge that well. However, I like we've started off with the 2 decays in our hand, which kind of sucks because we've only got 4. We've got 4 energy, so we can play all 3 of these. Can't do anything with curse. Now, let's see. I'm looking across what everybody's doing. Let's go ahead and kill the sneaky gremlin back here, because he's only got 12 HP. So we can use both of our damage and not take his hit, which was rather decent. And then we'll use our block to defend as much as we can. I wish I could just ditch these for my hand, but you can see that they are unplayable. So we have to just end our turn, and we'll only have 1 defense left over. Four little cuties. Those are totally imps, though. Well, they're calling themselves gremlins, so... Oh, Caco, what are you doing? Those are just friendly imps. No, Caco, no. They are not friendly. Do you see that? They're preparing to attack me. You can even see this one at the back. He's very mad. He's angry. Alright, who can we kill, if anybody? He would be great to kill, but he has a larger HP bar. So we can just go ahead, take this guy out, and then defend. Oh no, they were fed past midnight. Gizmo, no! They're doomed. Evil, violent gremlins. It was self-defense. Well, we had... 25 attack. We're going to bash him. That way he's vulnerable and will take extra damage. And so we just have to deal 13 damage now to kill him, which we can do quite easily with our amount of energy left. And I can actually straight kill him with Pommel Strike or with Twin Strike. Between the two, though, since this one is going to end up dealing 10 damage if we, say, attack that guy, we'll kill him with Pommel Strike, giving us an extra oh. Well, that's not exactly a useful card for us. We would have been able to defend out his attack otherwise, which I think I will go ahead and do. Minimize the amount of damage we take this round. That way we only take one in the end. Now we just have to kill him. Wait, don't use Rampage. Use Bash so we can apply that vulnerable. And then we kill him. Alright, so our cards. Whenever you draw a status card, draw one card. I don't think I've gotten Evolve in my hand before. Now, these don't count as status. These are both Curse. Oop. All of my attacks, or all of my cards, are attacks and skills. And then these two Curse cards. So, Evolve doesn't really synergize with anything I have in my hand right now. I do have this Perfected Strike card here as an option that has 2 additional damage for all your cards containing Strike. So if we look, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. So that would be 14 extra damage. Which means this would deal 20 damage in total, which isn't too bad. I love Evolve if you can build the deck around it. Yeah, there's lots of different deck builds that you can make that are great. You just have to actually get the RNG that favors them. We proceed forward into the Elite Battle. Back in my day, we only had 3 cards. Yeah, well, that's the past, Grandpa. Alright, well, since we've got a hand all filled up with attacks here, we're just going to use them all on this guy. He's currently asleep. Oh, well, we're going to wake him up. Good morning, sir. Da-da-da. So now we just have to deal 90 more damage. All detected? Oh, don't make fun of them. We can't all be youth. Hello there, the real Hieronymus, and welcome. What a way to be woken up. Yeah, it sucks to be this guy, huh? Gonna rampage him. Use 2 of our defense to minimize damage. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and drink the plated armor as well for a little bit extra. That way he will only deal 4 damage at the end. We'll temporarily retain our explosive potion. There probably will be a better use later. So, when I hover over, by the way, the plated armor, you can see at the end of your turn, gains that stack amount, 3, and receiving unblocked attack damage reduces plated armor by 1. And since he was able to do normal damage to us, it did reduce that down. He's gonna attack us again, and see, with Perfected Strike now, we can deal 22 damage. It's a shame we haven't gotten Bash at all, because then we would have the debuff on him so that we deal extra damage. Maybe what we'll do here is use Pommel Strike, get the Bash card. It's too... If I had 1 more energy, I would be able to use them both. Then becomes the question, do we want to put... It probably is better to just deal the larger amount now. And since I can't play anything else anyway, I might as well use that. We'll end our turn. Alright, and now since he is using a debuff, we don't have to worry about defending at all, and we didn't get any defense cards in our hand anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But we've got the Perfected Strike back in our hand. We use it. Let's see, how can we deal as much damage as we can? He has 23 here, 13 and 10. That kills him. And we have an Eternal Feather now. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP when you enter a rest site. That's pretty good. If I had a huge pack of cards. However, right now, for every 5 hands, I've only got 5 sets of it. So I only heal, what, 9 HP extra? Not bad, though. 9 HP for free is decent. But if I had a bigger hand, it would be even better. And this artifact, it says, you can see Ancient Potion, gain 1 artifact. The artifact negates the next debuff. So if I have an enemy trying to debuff me, I can just have that stacked on me already, prepared to defend me. Alright, what are our choices? We can deal 9 damage, and put card on top. Anger is quite good. You can see how it costs nothing. So it's basically free 6 damage. And add a copy of this card into your discard pile too. So then if you have a fight that's lasting a long time, you just slowly build up more and more anger as it rolls on. We've also got this Sever Soul card. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, deal 16 damage. Honestly, that makes it kind of a toss-up, because then Sever Soul would work pretty decently if I had a hand where I had my curse cards in it and didn't have too much else. Headbutt could be potentially good for rampaging, which is also true. So it becomes a little bit of a toss-up. Which way you want to go? Lots of free damage as the battle rolls on, which it complements rampaging. Alright. Headbutt could work well with rampaging too, as it would help me get through my deck a little bit quicker. And Sever Soul would allow me to clear out the cursed cards in my hand if it happens to be in my hand at the same time as the cursed cards. Anger is nice since it's free. The drawback is that it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but you can note how it has add a card of this card into your discard pile, which means you do 1 anger, you get an anger. Next time you'll have 2 anger. Then you can have 4 anger, and then you can have more. So slowly, the small amount of damage kind of stacks up over time. We'll go ahead and do a headbutt, I think, because it does that little extra boost to damage with 9. And putting a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile would be good for trying to pull out that rampage and be able to use it again. So we'll try that route. I don't think I have tried that sort of synergy before, so we'll roll with it. See, here you can see my decay cards. If I had that Sever Soul, defend, use Sever Soul, and boom, the decays are gone. But too late now. Now, let's see. It wouldn't be too bad if we killed off the louse. So let's go ahead. Attack him with that. Can only defend. Now, I'm not going to strike him, because if I struck the louse, he would really just take 1 damage in the end, and with all of the strikes already dealing a minimum of 6, it's not worth it. We're gonna attack the fungi beast. And then we're just left with an extra point in energy. We'll have to make sure when we get to a shop, peeking at my map, which we're not going to be able to get on this floor at all. Alright. So we want to kill the louse. So let's headbutt him. And then we can pull back out our rampage, which we will now get next round. And actually, we don't even need to do anything else. We just perfected strike that guy and he's dead. It doesn't even matter. Look, we could get another perfected strike. Choose an attack or power card. Add a copy of that card into your hand. If that means from my hand, costs 1, I don't know if I want to grab another perfected strike, because unless I had another card that helped me out with energy, I can only, you know, spend so much. I've only got so much available energy. Then if I had 2 perfected strikes in my hand, we would be able to deal 44 damage on a round. It is very powerful. And technically, yeah, perfected strike counts as a strike. Then they would add up to each other and they would what? Then deal 26 or 24? That'd be a lot of damage for only 4 energy, which is true. I guess we're doing strike build. We grab perfected strike and we continue. Da, 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 da. Now, though elite does give us nice relics, because we're so close to the boss here and we've only got 37 hit points, I think we're going to opt for regular battle to avoid taking too much damage. With 2 perfected strikes, I bet you can beat that elite. You know who else I can beat? The fucking looter. Get fricked, loser. He's dead. See, and we wouldn't have been able to do that, though, if we didn't get this cursed key at the very start. So that is quite nice. Ooh, liquid bronze, 3 thorns. We'll take that. That makes it so that if we get attacked, that little stack of 3 will deal damage back to our opponent. And now we have got clothesline, deal 12 damage, apply 2 weak, apply 1 weak to all enemies, and exhaust. And pommel strike deals 9 damage, draw 1's card. Now, this isn't terrible, since it is free, but, and we exhaust it right away afterwards, so it's not, I wouldn't be able to use it a lot, but it would give us a round where we take a little bit less damage. So, we'll take it. And if we did get 1 more card, we would then have another stack up for our Eternal Feather. And you have to leave to go make dinner now? Alright, Bald Deer. I hope the dinner comes out quite good. You have come across a dead adventurer on the floor. His pants have been stolen! Oh no! Not his pants! The armor and face appear to be scoured by flames. Though his possessions are still intact, you're in no mind to find out what happened here. Well, I could find some loot. And there's a 25% chance that the monster returns. You know, I'm in for this gambling. 25%? That's 1 in 4. What? I couldn't find anything. Do we keep searching? I'm looking up at my HP. And my cards. I'm pondering. I'm thinking. Don't do it. Do it. Ugh. I'm looking up towards the boss fight up there. I think I would do it if it wasn't for that boss fight, because I have no idea what the monster's going to be. I'm thinking about the loot. I'm tempted by the loot. I look at the pile of gold in my pouch. I leave. I leave him. I wave goodbye to the dead body. I'm not gonna stick around for the fiery pants bandit. Wait. Archon likes pants, right? I know that his avatar is always with his little picture. Fire all around. Is Archon the pants bandit? Does Archon not have pants? Is that why he steals them? I have no idea. I know a couple of paint goblins. Nice fellas. Yeah, but have you met one that's on fire? Alright, here we go. I wish I had my other perfected strike in my hand here at the start, because we could use that too. Because right now, he's just going to go on the defensive and use some block. So we'll just go ahead and hit him with that. And then I'm going to do the strike. And he's actually going to switch his mode. And it's not really worthwhile now to attack him, because he's already got defense on. And there's no point in defending. I'm just going to end my turn. And since he's just doing a normal attack at the moment, when receiving attack damage, I'm gonna go ahead and drink this to have during combat. I don't recall if it applies on top of his sharp hide, because it has whenever you play an attack, take 3 damage. I don't know that it's going to count with thorns, but we'll put it on anyway. You never know. Now, what we're going to do here, I'm going to start by defending. I do have Perfected Strike, though, which would actually be great to use right now. I was going to use Headbutt and then Rampage, or Rampage and then Headbutt. That way I could put Rampage back into my hand, but with Perfected Strike being here and costing 2, and him at this Thorn, this phase right here, keep us down a little bit. So no headbutting, strike, and there we are. Thorns ping pong would be bonkers. Yeah. Okay, now this time, with his little attack here that he's got this buff on, I believe that's going to weaken me, so I'm going to use my Ancient Potion to protect against that. And then we're going to bash him. So we'll go ahead and use defend. We'll bash him. Oh, he takes that vulnerable. But we're going to use our other defense in order to bring down this damage as much as we can against ourselves. And he's gonna get hurt a little bit because of my thorns. But it looks like that buff did not get applied or debuff or anything. I wonder why it's called Headbutt. Why look at my head? I've got a little helmet on that's called Headbutt because I'm hitting with my head in a butt type fashion. Right? Right? Alright, this is great. Because he's dealing or attempting to deal 20 damage here. Now he will instead deal only 12. Okay, and see now if I pommel strike, yeah, I guess it just gave us an extra defense card. That's fine. We'll defend, and strike. And that's my turn. Weak on a multi-hit move feels so nice. It really does. And on the inverse side of things, what's also really nice is when you have strength with multi-hit cards in your own hand, it's quite lovely. Now we're going to Perfected Strike this guy. And we're going to use Rampage anyway, just so we can get its stack up. But really now there's nothing doing. He's just defending everything. that decay is punishing. Yeah, especially over time. And hello there, Stoodler, and welcome! Alright, look, we've got another perfected strike that we can use. Go ahead and use that. And we're going to... yeah, we're gonna headbutt him. That way we can put Rampage up here at the top so we can use it again. And I'm thinking with my HP here, he's going to deal 9 damage to us. If we twin striked him, we would take him down to 50, but then he would be able to deal a full 9 damage to us, plus the 3 that we would be taking from Sharp Hide. But we do a complete healing of all of our health. At the end of a boss battle. And we do have 10 damage here. I guess it doesn't really matter at the end. We should be able to beat this guy without a problem. So, however much or however quickly we end up beating this. Alright, that's 16 damage. We're alright. We're going to bash him for vulnerable. And we will rampage him for extra damage. So if we deal 9 here, that won't be quite enough to take him down. We'll just go ahead and do a light defense. Yeah, we probably could have killed him already then if we had twin struck before. Regardless, it doesn't really matter. See this perfected strike? We kill him. I take the money. Now I'm very wealthy with 457 gold coins in there. Grabbing my card out. We were so close in HP at the end. It was getting quite close, though we still did have our 10 damage potion in our pocket. So our options for cards are Juggernaut. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Since I don't really have a deck built around blocking, Juggernaut is kinda... it'd be better if we had a lot of block cards. Then we have Offering. Lose 6 HP. Gain 2 energy, draw 3 cards. And you exhaust it. You know, this can be a little bit harmful over time. Limit Break, doubling your strength, exhaust. None of these work very well with my current deck. I have nothing that gives me any strength. So doubling 0 doesn't do anything. Because I don't really have a good way to heal my HP. Since I, don't have my relic that heals 6 HP at the end of combat. It's not something that can then counterbalance the Offering with the HP loss I get from it. No, not a lot of blocking. Juggernaut that useful. I think we're just going to skip taking any of these cards. We'll open up the chest. Offering is always a safe bet, to be honest. Well, it's too late now. So, our options for Relic are Sozu. Gain energy at the start of your turn, but no potions. Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions. The opposite almost of Sozu, but without any energy. And Velvet Choker. Gain energy at the start of your turn. You cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Velvet Choker is interesting, but becomes a case where it limits. If I had a lot of cards that were built off of the idea of playing tons of them, like those anger cards, it would make the Velvet Choker work not well at all. So the Velvet Choker works very well if I have a lot of cards that take a lot of energy. Velvet limits you in the future. Sozu is nice because potions don't help too much. That's okay. I don't think we're suited to go infinite in this deck build. That's what I feel like also. So maybe we can grab the Velvet Choker and... the Choker is for fashion! You know, fair point. I love fashion! Yeah-da-da-da-da. And hello there, no throw-ups. Hello there. No. Welcome. So, with the Velvet Choker now, because this isn't just a flat gain energy. This is a gain energy per turn. So if we just have a lot of expensive cards, rather than having, or I shouldn't even say a lot, if we have fewer expensive cards, rather than a lot of cheap cards, that works better with our deck, which then is kind of a bonus with the fact that we took that Perfected Strike. That means it will be easier to play, say, both of the Perfected Strikes and Bash all together. So it's a pretty good combo. Now I'm looking up. We've got this energy guy here. He's pretty well split between, so I don't have to worry about which paths should I pick while we're still all the way down here. We got a couple of bonfires. 1, 2 options on this right side. 1, 2, and there's one over here. Options on that left side. And actually a third one right there, too. Could do something like this guy. Money. Question mark. It would give us a second chance to go check out the shop if we went this way. Especially with... Ooh. That would give us 2 spots to clear out our curse cards. So, why don't we take that path then? When do we get Perfected Strike that hits the enemy with a cat? Asking the real questions. Now this guy's starting out with 14 defense because of his plated armor, which kinda sucks here. We can only lightly defend against him. It's too bad we haven't started out with Rampage, because then we could have headbutted with it. Though, we could gamble here. Pommel Strike? Oh. No, that did not give us an extra one. However, then, we can headbutt and get Pommel Strike back. Yeah, and then we can just play both of these cards because of our amount of energy, which means next turn we're going to have 6. Gee, Caco, how come you get to have 2 shops? Because I bribed somebody. And I stacked the deck. You hate this guy? Well, watch me beat him down. I Perfected Strike twice. Man, if I had 1 more energy here, I would almost be able to kill him. Let's go ahead and just block off some of his attack. Alright, we'll go ahead and weaken him then, so he doesn't do as much, because I don't think, between the cards that I drew, that we have enough to kill him this round. Still got that potion. Don't know if it'd be worth it. No. Yeah, I don't think for this combat. Maybe save it. Or, I guess at this point, it is definitely, yeah, we're gonna save that shit. Because now he's dead. Oh, see? Right here, I point at the middle card. 2 energy, heavy blade plus... Strength affects this card 5 times. Now, the downside is that we don't have any strength. If we ever got a strength potion, it'd be able to be comboed with Heavy Blade. But Heavy Blade does deal straight 14 damage, which is pretty decent. Just to slightly the toss-up without those strength bonuses. We've already got our cap on how many cards we can even play. So is getting Heavy Blade worth it? It's upgraded too, I see no downsides. The downside is that when we draw at the start of our turn, it bloats our hand. So maybe we would want something more like a Perfected Strike, but we've drawn Heavy Blade instead. Yeah, so it's the point of the downside is that you fill up your deck more. So because we don't really have anything that works along with strength, we'll just take the assumption that we're not going to get too many more strength cards later. I leave it. Especially now as we go into the shop. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and start with a card removal. And ditch one of these decays. And now let's see, for items, our choices are every fourth question mark room is a treasure room. Which, would mean a curse card every 4 rooms too, because of our cursed key. I love the shopkeeper, their noises is great. It is pretty good, huh? Thick decks rule the world. Thick decks might rule the world if they're low cost and I didn't have a card playing limit. Otherwise, I think the slim decks are the way to go on this round. Reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat. Madness is pretty alright. Don't mind that one. Whenever you apply debuff to an enemy, they take 5 damage. I have almost no debuff cards, so not particularly useful. I like we just have decided to not grab that heavy, that attack card before. And then we have Inflame right here, which gives us 2 strength. Double tap, though. Double tap with those strike cards. We would then be able to heal with deal 48 damage. Double tap. Affected strike. I take that one. Now, don't forget, though, we do have a second shop we're going to be heading over to. Or double rampage. Also true. I think upgraded double tap applies 2 moves as well. You would be correct. So while something like Preserved Insect might be nice, even Lee's Waffle, raise your max HP by 7 would be good. I don't know if I want to spend the money because some of these little relic pieces can be rather expensive and we are going to have a second opportunity at a shop. So I think we're going to leave the rest here. One of the lives of the Gamba. In front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She calls to you, demanding sacrifice. I don't have a golden idol, so I can't give her that. And I can sacrifice and gain 5 max HP and lose 20 right now. Or I can get my decay card back. Thank you, altar. That's definitely what I would love to do. Spending 75 gold. You know, just throwing it out the window, really. And hello there, good morning, Dagnordio. Welcome. I guess we'll go ahead and increase our max HP and take the damage. You stand on the altar and cut your wrists. As the blood spills out in sacrifice, the arms of the statue reach out and close around your eyes. Everything goes dark. You wake up a short time later, feeling a new potential surging through you. I look towards the fight. I look at the question mark. I love the random chance. We go that way. Ugh. Ugh. Now I could remove the curse card. But upgrading all of my strikes, which is very much what my hand is built around, upgrading a huge number of cards in my deck? Why, thank you, Simplicity. I will take this option. Does it count the other strikes as well? No, because it sucks. But I mean, having just these upgraded isn't terrible, you know, No special strikes, what the fuck? I feel robbed? I feel bamboozled. What do you have? Oh. I never end up using these dang wing boots anyway. I'm gonna be honest. I've gotten them before, and I think I've used them once because I'm always like, but what if it works better later on? Transmutation. Add X random colorless cards into your hand. They cost 0 this turn. This one is always a lot of fun, I have to say. And we've got this white beast statue. Potion always appears in combat rewards, kind of whatever. Prismatic shard. Combat reward screens now contain colorless cards and cards from other colors. What this is really referring to, you can see how all of these guys up here are red. The different characters have different colors associated with them and have general sort of focuses builds. So getting the color, the other colors allowed, in some cases can be very cool, and you get very interesting combos that way. But it simultaneously can make it rather difficult to build a particular hand, because then when you get those random card offerings, it gives you, or can give you, a lot of shit that you really don't care about and will not at all work for you. And then it kind of, instead of having a pool of, say, 10 red cards, you might instead now have a pool of 20 cards total. So that 1 or 2 cards you're looking for and you care about, yeah, it adds a lot of random crap. So it's kind of a toss-up how things are going, if something like this prismatic shard is really worth it in the end. At the very least, we're using the card removal to get rid of the other decay. Goodbye, decay. So now with 149 gold remaining, we can't buy transmutation. Uppercut up here, more expensive. Apply 13 damage, weak, vulnerable. Iron Wave, not a strike, not particularly nice for perfected strikes. Draw 1 card, put a card from your hand on top, draw pile. Which would be a way to keep Rampage in if we wanted to be able to use that later. Or if we had a card in our hands, like we had 2 perfected strikes, but we weren't able to play both of them on that round for energy purposes, we would be able to pocket it for next round, really. Uppercut upgraded is pretty good, if I recall. Yeah, but then we would have to upgrade it, which is always, again, it's another form of gambling. What if we took this card and we were able to do this later on? Now, something else we could do too is buy some potions, like this health potion. That's not too bad. So why don't we take, instead, 2 potions? And we continue. Potions are very safe. We go to the bonfire. I attempt to steal all of the cards. Wait. Who are you attempting to steal from? Me? Or the shopkeeper? Jumpy is dead! What? Oh, the shopkeeper? Oh, okay, that's fine. I think the shopkeeper, yeah, rolling an 8? Sounds like you probably got killed by the shopkeeper. I think we're going to wait on healing our HP. I'm gonna roll over to the smith. I'm gonna peek at the perfected strike, deal 3 additional damage. That's pretty good. But double tap over here. Making it so that, say, if I had both perfected strikes in my hand and getting double tap, upgrade all the cards! If only twitching. I'm gonna upgrade double tap. And then we'll proceed. Oh, thieves! I hate thieves! Can we kill one of them? I don't think we can. If I had perfected strikes in my hand, I could totally kill one of them. Let's see if we can get a sick paw. Oh. No. I'm gonna keep explosive potion in my mind here. I might just use that. We're gonna do some extra defense. We're gonna attack him twice. And again, nearly killing him. Imagine if both perfected strikes were upgraded and double tapped. Oh, we would be so powerful. See, here's the time. We grab double tap. If we double tap with this, we would only do 16 damage. It wouldn't kill him. It would do 16 damage. But would this one kill him? If I play it twice, he would just get big double stack damage. Because I would really like... Hang on, because we would be able to just straight kill this guy if we attack twice. So we're gonna do that. And if we play this one twice, we can just kill him. Yeah, I guess, oh, alright. Great combo. There's another strike card. Gain 11 block, draw 1 card. At the end of your turn, gain 3 block. Why twin strike? I add you to my hand. Thus making my perfected strikes more powerful. And that one was upgraded, so it already does 14 damage from a single energy point. The double tap applies damage upgrade from using the card. That's really good. Yeah. Let me continue to the bonfire. And thanks to our feather that is healing us as we just even get here, we have more health regained. I'm gonna upgrade one of my perfected strikes. Don't mind if I do. And it doesn't really matter, because they're both the same thing. We proceed forward. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 max HP. So essentially, since this parasite isn't like the decay where it does damage while in my hand, it's only if I get rid of it. Now the thing is, I already have an increased max HP, so really, if I did remove or transform it later on, that wouldn't be a huge loss. And honestly, having this as a singular filler card in my hand is still not terrible, seeing as I've already got a 6 card limit to how many I can play anywho. So not the worst thing. At the start of each combat, draw 2 additional cards. Ooh. That would let me get through it for grabbing maybe better starting cards, or there's a larger selection of cards in my hand at the first round of combat. So if I say drew double tap and both of my perfected strikes, we would deal so much damage, chat. Oh my god. Since it pushes deck to 20 for more HP, that is also true. So as we roll over to the campfire again for another little health buff, which now gets us to 72 out of 85, thus we can just look over at rest and say no thank you, and then smith our other perfected strike card. Hell yeah. Look at all that passive healing doing work! Yes! See, look at my starting hand now. If only I had double tap. I guess double tap wouldn't be the perfect card in this starting hand group anyway, though, since it doesn't have either of our perfected strikes, which would have been great, because then we could have just totally decimated the Mystic over here, who I hate. I hate the Mystic. Worst. I target her. Going to defend myself, and then strike her again. No, I'm actually going to go ahead and throw this too while they are... Actually, honestly, maybe we will wait around since all they are doing is, though she does have a debuff rolling, she's not healing at all. And they're not defending, so it's not like I need to try to drill them down immediately. Oh, no double tap. Well, I can go ahead and just kill her. I then can go ahead and use Headbutt and get Perfected Strike back for next round. I can weaken this guy so he doesn't deal as much. We can only draw 3 or use 3 more cards. I don't really want to use Pommel's Strike now because that would put Perfected Strike into my hand and I don't have enough energy to play that. So we're just going to do a normal strike, not use Pommel, and end my turn. Alright. And now, we kill him. Power! That, by the way, with the double tap and both of those perfected strikes upgraded, that means I can do what? Yeah, not 70, that would be 72 damage with 1 perfected strike. And what, 144 with both of them? Ah, too strong. Alright! Battle's Trance. Draw 4 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. Infernal Blade. Add a random attack into your hand, and it costs 0. And Shrug it off. Gain block. Draw a card. How many cards would this be? This would be 1 to use Battle Trance, 1 to use Double Tap, and then using both Perfected Strikes would be 2 more. That would only be 4 cards of my possible 6. I look at my tiny deck already. Infernal Blade would then just become sort of a gambling card of I might draw a really good attack card. And then I could just straight use it. But that would be 2 cards to play on its own versus Battle Trance. I'm going to get Battle Trance. And we're going to keep going. And now we're going to fight the Spooky Elite over here. I hate this guy. Book of Stabbing. He's a rough enemy. Guess we'll go ahead and start off with bashing him. That way he can take some vulnerable, so that we're able to deal more damage later. We'll do a little bit of defense here. He's going to deal 12 damage to us. And we can go ahead and just not take any this round. And we'll attack him normally. End our turn. And hello there, Kiwi, and welcome! Too bad. I can't intimidate him this time, though. So we'll go ahead and start with that. What would be pulling up from our discard pile? Not anything particularly of highlight, I feel, besides Rampage. Well, I guess we're just using all of our attacks. And we did at least weaken him, so he's not going to deal quite as much damage. But we do end up with a bunch of that, though. However, guess what? Now we have double tap. We hit him with Perfected Strike. And we pretty much just destroy him that round. Bye! He's dead now. And now we've got a Regal Pill, which gets what? Whenever you rest, heal an additional 15 HP. So we get even more just passive healing when we get to rest sites. And now we got the Emerald Key, which gives us the full set over here. What cards do we got? We got disarm, enemy loses 2 strength, exhaust. Damage 4 damage, or deal 4 damage to all enemies, and heal HP equal to unblocked damage. Healing card? If we had double tap also, and used that with Reaper. Now, of course, a point to be made as we point over to the fact it deals 4 damage. This is not a very powerful card. It's more useful if you have a lot of enemies, but because it has the other part of healing HP, that makes it not so bad to kind of, yeah, so at least HP healed is pretty good. And even honestly, 4 HP on its own isn't terrible. And if we had a larger amount of enemies we were up against, that could be even more. I'm gonna go with the gambling route. I go with the question mark. Whack! You were knocked unconscious. Oh. Groggy and with throbbing head, you awaken to find yourself thrown in the center of a massive stadium with an overflowing audience of slavers, cultists, and other denizens of the city. An armored giant with a golden crown bellows at you from atop. We now begin the 42,000th combat! A gate on the opposite side opens. Well, I guess now we're going to have to fight a bunch of enemies. Definitely gonna go ahead and start it off here with Intimidate. That way we weaken both of them. And now here, with our Perfected Strike. Let's see. 11 health. If I just headbutt him, that won't kill him. I do have my Explosive Potion. I'm thinking here about what I want to do. From your discard pile on top of your draw pile. Now I'm trying to think of the way where I can minimize damage, maximize damage. Because I can defend and make it so I won't take anything from him and kill that guy. I would have to use my Perfected Strike in order to kill him, though, because neither of my normal strikes deal quite enough to actually kill him. And it would have been nice to use Perfected Strike to take him out. But we can say use Perfected Strike on him, and then headbutt this guy, and then put Perfected Strike back into my hand to use next time, but then we would take the 5 damage. And if this is going to end up being multiple rounds of slavers and cultists, and not just one because we're in this little combat thing, I think we'll try to play it safe here. I'll use Defend. We'll put our 1 Perfected Strike back into our hand, and we'll just go ahead and kill him. Because I did have the Explosive Potion as well, and I was kind of pondering if I wanted to use that at all. Oh, you know what? We've got double tap, so now it doesn't matter. We definitely kill that guy. Well done, weakling! The giant mock clap whilst he riles up the crowd with exaggerated gestures. Gold and confetti shower you. Time for the real challenge! The last battle left a small opening in the Colosseum's wall. You can easily escape through there while everyone is distracted. Or do you stay and fight? I do like rewards, chat. I like big money. I like the cool relics I could potentially get from victory. Gold is maybe a little bit whatever. We do have another level that we could purchase things on. We are able to purchase things later too. Big money, big glory, it's true. And guess what? I'm no coward. We go for the victory. We start off with the battle trance. Can I fit 4 more cards in my hand? Well, I guess I have them now. It's too bad I didn't draw out double tap because then I could have used it with Reaper. That's a shame. Well, now what shall we do for our combos here? I think we can go and start with this and we can heal 8 HP, which then this guy attacking, we're really healing 1 damage this turn, is how that would work out. We want to build up our rampage, so we're going to attack the Taskmaster with that. If I pommel strike, it's not going to draw anything. I could throw down defense to increase, to make it so I don't take as much damage. I could also bash him. Let's go for a singular defense so we don't take any damage. And then we'll twin strike for just raw damage on him. And we'll end our turn with that. More like Trash Master! Oh! The insults! That guy's very angry. He's giving himself some extra damage thanks to that. However, guess what we have? I double tap. I perfected strike that guy. And I perfected strike this guy. And what? Oh. Oh. Let me just, kill him. It's that easy. Alright, so we've got Calipers here. At the start of your turn, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. Well, that's not... I never even get that much block. So this would be great if I had a block hand, but I don't. But it's free relic. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Hey, that's pretty appealing. 3 damage? I won't say no. Money, smoke bomb, hard. Anger plus. Honestly, I'm not going to get anger because that's just going to deal in card bloat. And since we can only deal or play 5 cards and I'm pondering, I'm thinking, because the anger is free damage, but does fill up my hand as the combat lasts longer. Pommel is a strike card, that's true, thus making my perfected strikes more powerful, and I think I'm gonna take that argument of Pommel is a strike card, therefore making my perfected strikes stronger. I like that. I'm not going to go to that guy. I go to the question mark. Oh, I guess we're fighting 3 cultists then. Hi guys, hey, how's it going? Ha ha ha. Sweat. And there's no point in using Intimidate right now because nobody's attacking and the weak only would last this round. So, I guess we'll go ahead and focus this front cultist because he's got the lowest HP. We're gonna rampage him. We're gonna twin strike him. I would want to maybe distribute my attacks a little bit more if I still have that explosive potion, but I don't. And I don't regret using it either, because otherwise we would be 16 HP down. Strike. We strike, and we kill that guy. The weapons they have are like question marks, aren't they? And now they're going to attack me. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I kill that one. I don't have any defense cards though, so we're not doing any defense. We'll just twin strike. and normally attack him. And because of that perfected strike coming back out, we'll probably draw both. Well, maybe not probably. Potentially? Yeah, we only got one of them. That's fine. We kill him. Ta-da! Don't care about Body Slam. Don't care about True Grit. Lose 2 HP, deal 15 damage. That is pretty good amount of damage. The HP loss, not great. Only costs 1 energy. Ultimately, I think we're gonna opt for passing on it, just to keep from filling up our deck. Keep the deck slim. If it was a strike card, maybe I would say yes. But it isn't, so we pass. I want to see a big double tap Reaper move with a big pack of enemies. That would be so great. We'd get so much healing done. Now, rather than do a Smith over here and upgrade a card, I'm gonna do a little peek though. Kind of want to see what this is upgraded. 5 damage. That's not too much. That's 2 extra. If this was done with double tap, say, this would be 2 extra healing. Bash would be a nice one to up. Oh, I could have sworn that dropped down the energy usage, but I guess I'm thinking of a different card. Intimidate would be nice to upgrade. However, yeah, I kind of just wanted to peek at the cards that I was able to upgrade. Resting would be better because of the boss. And we will get a full health restore though, because of our pillow, ensuring that maximum heal. I wander on into this guy who's got some artifacts on him. That's fine. We don't have a lot of things that are going to debuff anyway. However, with Bash over here, we won't be applying the vulnerable. That's fine. We'll roll with it, and we'll go ahead and just use it to remove one of these stacks of the debuff. I don't know that Pommel is particularly, you know, high priority here. Though we're going to end up using it anyway, we might as well use it first just to see what we draw. Just a strike, that's fine. We perfected strike him, and we end our turn. Oh, see, now he's got some minions out here, which, if we had something like our Reaper out, would be great. We don't. We're going to Battle Trance, because we have double tap, and the other attack cards, well, not that impressive. We're going to Battle Trance. Unfortunately, we didn't get another perfected strike. We're going to double tap. We can get perfected strike back in our hand, though. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. So we would be putting double tap back in. And we would be putting perfected strike on the top of our draw pile. Thus, next turn, we have guaranteed we're going to get double tap and perfected strike. Alright, and we're going to attack him twice. Double tapping twice. And we can't do anything else because we've already played 6 cards. So we can't use the rest of our energy here. Now, one of these guys is going to do a negative effect on me, so I am going to use my artifact potion to at least keep one of these guys from dealing anything. And that's it. And we're just going to have to eat the 14 damage he's doing to us. Wait! No! He stole my double tap and our Reaper card, chat! No! My double tap! I wanted that card! You bitch. And hello there, Phil. Welcome! The thieves! Now it becomes the question, do I kill one of them so I can get that double tap back? And I think the answer is yes. I want it. Give me it. Oh look, it's straight back in my hand. That's a little bit unfortunate. We can only use 2 more cards, which means we... If I use double tap and then use twin strike, we would... What would this be? 14 and then 14 again. It's 28. That's less than perfected strike. So we're not going to double tap. We're just going to straight use perfected strike against him and end our turn. Kind of funny that they left the 39 damage cards but took the others. Well, I don't think they were... Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah. It's too bad my double tap isn't here. I miss my double tap. And there's no use then at headbutting, because I don't have anything in my discard pile, unless I do that and get it back. And then if I pommel struck, I would get it right back into my hand, but I don't have enough energy to play it. So we're just going to strike, and then strike again, and end the turn. We're gonna take all of the damage they're dealing to us, but that's okay, because guess what? Ow. We get our perfected strike back. I'm sad we didn't get double tap, though. They're just going to use buffs and the like this time. I'm going to bash him to get rid of one of his artifact stacks. Gonna perfected strike. I don't want to pommel strike because I don't really want to draw a card. I don't want to risk drawing, say, double tap, because then it would be useless and would go into our discard pile and we would lose it. So we're going to normally attack, and hello there, Graviton, and welcome. Gonna defend, add a little bit more strength to himself, putting tons of defense on himself, and then he's attempting to attack us for 51. That's concerning. Well, we're going to battle trance. And then we're going to double tap. And then we're gonna perfected strike him and kill him. So, nice try. Gonna attack me for 51 damage? No, I think we're just going to kill you. Goodbye. Ugh. 32 damage. I like that this 3 energy card now is still less than our 2 perfected strikes. That's not terrible though. I'm not looking over here at 32 damage going, no thank you. I'm not an opponent. Deal 10 damage. If fatal, raise your max HP by 3. Skills cost 0. Whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. Corruption is actually not very useful with our deck because most all of... Double tap. We do have a couple of skills, but not... Since it does exhaust, I don't really want to exhaust my double tap. And yet, 2 of my skills are already 0, so it's not particularly useful. Feed would be cool because of the increase of my max HP. But, yeah, it's generally hard to use because since you exhaust it immediately afterwards. But if you double tapped feed, that would be hilarious because then you would, you know, you'd give you an extra little chance to... You deal 20 damage instead, thus making it more likely or easier for you to get that 3 max HP. And that is also true on the 3rd floor to get feed. Not great. Let's go ahead and just take bludgeon and we'll head off. Boss chest. Wing. Options are, upon pickup, transform 3 cards and upgrade. Snecko Eye at the start of your turn, draw 2 additional cards, and start each combat confused. Confused, whenever you draw a card, randomizes its cost, which can be very good for if you have a lot of high cost cards. I have been told that it can be very good. But if you have a bunch of cards that are already low cost and don't work well with this, it's terrible and ruins your hand. Yeah, making your 0 cards cost 3, like those angers, basically ruining what you got. If everything in your deck costs 3, then it's perfect. That's pretty much the case where Snecko Eye is useful, is if you have a lot of cards that have a high cost, which technically makes it so our hand wouldn't be, it isn't terrible, but isn't good enough to be worth it, because of the amount of cards that we have that are 0 and 1. Last one is at the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. We could then hoard our cards. And we would be very easily being able to like, oh, you're not able to play Perfected Strike this time? That's fine. Won't your hand just fill up? That can happen. But that more easily happens if you have a lot of cards. But yeah, with the fact that we have a 6-card limit anyway, I don't think that is... It's kind of a toss-up. It's a mild toss-up that can be harmful, that can be useful. Because of the types of cards that we have, I think it should overall be good in the end. Watching this has got me itching to do a few runs later myself. Puts you back into that Slay the Spire mood. I'm also looking over here at Astrolab to decide, if we're comparing those 2 relics, which would be preferred? Transforming 3 cards, keeping hand. And overall, ones that we might want to transform would maybe be something like Intimidate, Parasite certainly. See, this is the downside, chat. This guy would be stuck in our hand and would take up a space all of combat rather than just a round. Curses transform into other curses though. Do they? I could have sworn I transformed a curse card before and it became something else. Maybe it depends on the way you're transforming it. Unsure. Regardless, we can pay to have that removed later anywho. So we'll go ahead. I'm gonna opt for the Runic Pyramid. And we'll see how that does us. You can try. There's the shop. And I would like to hit that earlier rather than later. And as I'm looking anyway, it appears that's the... No. Shop right there. There's 2 shop. Wait. I'm going to go for this shop. That way we can just go ahead and get rid of it ASAP. Fuck you, curse card. We hate you. Oh, these guys, huh? Well, as I'm looking at them, Spiker has a lot of HP. However, middle guy, we kill him. Then we're going to block so we don't take any damage from that guy. And I think we're going to wait on dealing any damage to him, because if I do attack, he's going to thorn me. And then I would take a little bit of damage. So we'll go ahead and start by attacking him. The little effect that he's doing adds some bullshit cards into my hand, which is bad for the fact that I don't discard at all. See, right there. Oh, look at that, it's Reaper! That card would have been useful had I had... Wait, what I could do, though... And now I can Reaper and get health back. Let's see. Alright, what we could do is Reaper, heal that. Maybe I should have headbutted. I should have headbutted first, but I guess I did that in the wrong order. This doesn't matter. Grab Perfected Strike for next round, and we end turn. Can you defend against the thorns? I could have, but I used up all my energy. We'll just kill that guy. Oh, and now you gotta go head off? You got Mom got a brand new baby kitten. Adorable. Another blood potion. I'm gonna dump Dex. I don't really use defense cards that often, and I don't have very high defensive cards, so we'll opt for extra healing potions. Lose 3 HP, gain 2 energy. Whoop. Wild. Ooh, ouch, ooh, okay. I would have gotten Wild Strike if it didn't shuffle a wound into my draw pile. This wound, in combination with a runic pyramid, terrible, terrible idea. I would just end up with this hand full of these wound cards. No, thank you. Bloodletting, though. Because then if we bloodlet, we have this handful of cards. We're able to deal a couple more. Since, for the most part, I don't think we've only had hit our choker limit the one time, and that will allow us to clear out the cards that we have on our hand a little bit better. Hello there, shopkeep. Alright, options here. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. Look, that would have been useful with those strength cards that we found earlier. Whenever you would receive 5 or less unblocked attack damage, reduce it to 1. Holy shit. That's really good. Honestly, this guy, I know we came here wanting this card removal service to get rid of our curse, but this one, because there has been numerous times, it wouldn't help us at all with boss battles, but it would help us with these smaller fights, as there has been a decent number of time where they say, with a singular defense card we would play, they would hit us with just a little bit more, and all of the thorns being 1 damage. True. So the guys that have had the 3 thorn stacks with them, those would all become 1. The discount card, well, it has 50% off on all of products, so this would be 150. $300 becomes 155. 155. We buy both. Next shop coming up. We just need to get enough money. And then we can get this card removal service next time. Only needing 63 gold. Alright, we proceed. I shuffle away. Thank you for the discount card. I hold it up, slide it away into my wallet. Hey boys! Jutting from the chaotic terrain around you, a bony sphere surrounds a mysterious glowing object within. While you are curious what lies inside, you notice some sentries keeping an eye on it. Reward a rare relic. Oh, I don't mind if I do. We enter into the fight. Let's go ahead and strike that guy. Bludgeon him. Take a little bit of defense here. No, hold off. Minimize the oh, burns! Ouch! Oh, ew. He burned me! Now my hand hurts. Oh. Check out the double tap. I'm looking over here at Reaper now. I heal it all back! Ha ha! And then we can twin strike this guy. Which I believe uses up our double tap now. We can still use one more card. I'm looking up. I can only play one more card because that 5 right there, I believe is we can only play one more card. There's no point in bloodletting. But now we are going to take all of the damage they can hit us with. So there goes all of our Reaper healing. It's too bad most of the cards that I've got in my hand now are not quite enough to kill this guy. So there's no point in bashing him really. It would take then 3 energy to kill him, so I might as well just strike him twice up here. I'm going to use defend. Yeah, let's use both our defense cards. That way he can't deal any damage to us. We use the wrong twin strike with the double tap. Oops. Too late now. I continue. Alright. I could bloodlet and gain 2 energy, and then we'd be able to bash him. But do I want to do that? We're keeping it in our hand anyway, so let's just normally strike him and end our turn. Alright, if only I had double tap now. Oh well. We will. Perfected strike him. Draws a card. I guess I don't even have double tap. That's in my discard pile. So I would need to use headbutt in order to put it up on top. But can we kill him just as is with the cards that we have currently? This would be... because he's got 27. Do I have 3 strikes in my hand? These do. Alright, perfect. We kill him. It's fine. Alright, now you're leaving for real, Twitchy. Thank God. Twitchy leaves. I put on my angry eyebrows. Thank goodness he's out of here. Man, that Twitchy fella, am I right? Dude. I remove my angry eyebrows. Lizard Tail, when you would die, heal to 50% of your max HP instead? Ooh, that's pretty good relic to have gotten. Well, I don't mind if I do. That means if there's ever a time where we might die, guess what? It isn't death. We get 2 rounds. Iron Wave, that's not a strike. Intimidate, if only we could swap out our cards and have this Intimidate instead of the other one. Wow, nice relic! And then you leave. And hello there, cow. Welcome. Now that Twitchy is gone, I can show up. Stealing Twitchy's chair. Oh my god. If I had the opportunity to swap out one of my cards from my hand, so, you know, just swap out the upgraded Intimidate, I would do that, but I don't. I don't want to opt for that. Because of our Runic Pyramid, this full hand we're ending up with, don't want any more. I push those cards away. I move to the next enemy combat. This is perfect. Give me the Reaper. Give me double tap and Reaper. Okay, I've got Reaper in my hand. Now, all I need is double tap. Now, I'm thinking across what we have. We've got Battle Trance, and while I could draw more cards in my hand and hope for a double tap, a little bit of a gamble. I use double tap, and then we heal, and then we kill this guy, and then we're out of our usage cards and energy. Now we just need to kill the other ones. Otherwise, this guy's gonna come back with half health. We probably won't be able to get him this round, but that's okay. Alright. We'll intimidate them so they don't deal as much damage. This guy is going to deal 12 in the back, so we'll see if we can take him down. So we don't have double tap, because we just used it. We'll twin strike him. Thinking about our options, we have 4 more cards that we can play. So if I use 4 cards, 4 strikes, that's 36 damage. I'm disappointed. We are just short of being able to kill that guy. Well, then we'll opt for defending. And we'll just deal as much as we can to prepare for next time where this guy comes back. Murder. Ugh. And here comes all of our damage back. Oh, I forgot about Tori. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you, Tori. Good old Tori coming in. You. Right here. You're dead to me. I kill him. Let's see. And that only is one card. Let's see. He's only defending. This guy's attacking. I think it might be good to deal as much as we can to him. Maybe we'll go ahead and use a defense. I'm looking across my cards. We'll rampage him, yeah. I could bloodlet and attack more. It would put us at 4. We would be able to use 2 more cards. That way, we should be able to kill both of them next round. Because otherwise, this guy's just gonna come back afterwards. Alright, now we just have to deal enough damage. Right here with Perfected Strike, we can take him out. And then here, this guy, we can just take him out. And there we go. Chat. We pull a 3rd Perfected Strike into our hand. I am so perfect over here. My strikes, phenomenal. And it's already upgraded. Yes. This guy, dead. This, well, let me ponder for a moment. We could kill him. We actually only need to play Perfected Strike once on him and he's dead. I could even make an alternate choice and say we're not going to kill him this time and we would Reaper heal. However, this buff that he's putting on himself is definitely an increase of his thorns, so then he would have 6. But then we would be able to use some defense on that next time. Since I just used double tap, I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity there. And heal myself all up. We end the turn. I like temporarily the Perfected Strike showing with that 6 damage. What happened to all of my damage on perfect- Oh wait, no, there it is. Alright. this guy. Dead. You're next, Mr. Exploder. That way you can't blow up in my face. I can play 3 cards here, so I think we should be fine regardless. But I'm just kind of overlooking everything just to ponder, make sure that we're all good. What combo's best to do here? So this would deal 14, it wouldn't kill either of them. So we'll go with lower damage on that way, and then we'll attack him the 2 times, and then we end our turn. Ta-da! And look, I forgot about that 3 damage. Look, I just killed him anyway. I didn't even have to take an additional round. Add a card to my deck. We take a peek. Deal 12 damage. Can be upgraded any number of times. This one then is good if you're able to upgrade this a ton, but we're already on the 3rd floor, so not a lot of campfires for upgrading. Not really great at this point. Inflame might not actually be too bad to grab. We kind of already have a full hand already. But with the fact everything is staying in my hand because of Runic Pyramid, Rampage Plus, while very appealing, would be another card that is just filling up my hand. And Inflame would help everything I'm playing, including those perfected strikes. Look! Now my Eternal Feather just topped off my HP! How wonderful! That means we are going to go upgrade something! So, our choices. We could do Inflame and get 3 strength, Bloodletting for 3 energy, Bludgeon for 42 damage, Reaper for that extra healing. Man, there's so many choices. I'm most tempted, I think, by these 3. Because Reaper is only particularly useful if you have a lot of enemies, though it still is not bad, just a little heal. And having double tap for that damage on Bludgeon already. If we could double tap. We'll upgrade Bludgeon, just for bigger raw damage. We continue. As you slowly make your way up the twisting pathways, you constantly find yourself losing your way as the walls and ground seem to inexplicably shift before your eyes. The constant whispering voices in the back of your head aren't helping things either. Passing by a structure you are certain you have previously seen, you start to question if you're going insane, or if the impossible geography of this place is starting to get to you. You need to change something, and soon. That's what the voices say anyway. But why would they lie? So our choices are Embrace Madness, receive 2 Madness, lose 11, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand to 0 this combat, exhaust. Become Cursed Writhe, heal 21 HP. I do not need health at all, so this is useless. Retrace your step would pretty much be like, I don't want any cards. Let's be real. Madness up here? Okay. Alright, breaking up here. What we got? Well, we can't afford either of these, so we can no longer dig for relics. Burning incense? Can't do it. Chemical X? I could purchase that. The effects of your cost X cards are increased by 2. We don't have any cost X cards, so this is useless. I love Flex. Flex is a lot of fun. We don't need it though. Limit Break would actually be useful now because of that other power card we get, but I want to remove Parasite, which only gives us 51 coins to work with. So we would only be able to get, say, Fire Breathing, Flex. Actually, we could buy pretty much everything in here. But I think at this point... I think we'll pass just because we have a lot of cards in our hand already. And we have that runic pyramid. So, I don't know. Now, real quick comment. What's humorous with Flex over here? At the end of this turn, lose 20 strength. The way this card works is it applies 2 strength to you and gives you a debuff of losing 2 strength. So what you're actually able to do is if you have an artifact potion, is if you use that artifact potion and then play Flex, you get to keep all the strength you've just gained off of Flex, and it's pretty great. Ooh, gain 5 strength. Oh. Let's discard the smoke bomb and buy that. And we'll call it a day. Thanks, shopkeep. We leave. Can limit break and still keep some of the strength too. There's different combinations you can do if you have the card. We're gonna take this left chest, that way we can go to the camp set right there. Upgrade a card, maybe. Alright, curse card, what are you gonna be this time? Wee-hee! At the end of your turn, gain 1 frail. Oh. Uh-oh. It's gonna become a permanent 1 frail. Upon pickup, choose a power card that you start with. Oh, hell yeah. Guess what? Now every combat we start with Inflamed, chat. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, somewhat, kind of, minorly countering that curse card we got. Alright, question mark, give me an option for removing cards from my hand. Cleric? Huh? Navigating through the beyond, you discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air. You touch it. Ow! A sharp pain flows through you, followed by vivid flashes of a distant memory. That's me! Whose memories are these? Mine! Colorless card, 2 colorless, 3 colorless. Really, I don't want to have multiple more. Keep my deck small. I'm already getting up into 30 now. Well, we can get another Madness. Healing card. Lock card. I skip. I don't take them. I don't really want more cards for my hand. We already have a card limit up over here, so bye. Bye, cards. I don't want you. Thanks, Tesseract, but I wave. Triumph. The remains of a ghostly creature sink slowly into the mud before you, barely visible in the moonlight. You have proven yourself amongst your sisters. Standing victoriously, wait in silence as the others ceremoniously place the creature's skull atop your head. The ritual has concluded. You head towards the Spire. And hello there, Warvoid. Welcome! Hey, hello! Thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. Appreciated. I think something broke? I'm sweating. Concerned. You didn't drop the vase, did you? Didn't knock it off the counter into pieces, did you? Oh, whoa! Check out this Reptomancer! Why does she... If she's a Reptomancer, why does she have little summon swords and not little snake friends, huh? I'm not going to use this madness because all of my cards in my hand right now are 0 or 1, so it's not really a gamble. No. I'm squinting my eyes at you, Warvoid. We're gonna use Inflame. She's just a Scale. But what's even the point of calling yourself the Reptomancer? Imagine being a Necromancer and you're just wearing a skeleton costume and you don't summon any skeletons and you're just hanging out with a couple of cleric dudes. What? It's about branding. Yeah, uh-huh. Now, I think what we'll do is maybe intimidate these guys a little bit. You know, make them a little bit weaker. Go ahead and throw a defend on ourselves. Since these are just summons, I'm gonna go ahead and just focus on her. Reptomancer lady. Deal damage to you. Not using my bloodletting. Madness would be a terrible idea, because then it would apply to bloodletting, which already costs 0. I intimidate. And I end my turn. Ow! They wounded me! That is a problem with the runic pyramid. Is if we are up against guys that do status effects like that, is not... Oh. That's a lot of damage on the table. Now let's see what we've got. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let one more with 6. Alright, that's a 0 on that guy. I'm going to pommel strike her. Dang it! I was really hoping to get double tap, which we didn't get. This is only going to deal 88 damage total, which is not enough to kill her. So what we instead want to do is take out some of these minions. Well, let's say we're gonna have to use our perfected strike to do that, too. This guy is doing a lot. We're gonna take him out. She is doing 26 herself. We've got... Oh, we should have used 5 strength. How much does this help with these guys? 59 or 49? It's 50-50. That's still not enough, unfortunately. Man, this kind of sucks. I can't use my other perfected strike because it costs too much. So I guess we'll kill that guy who's dealing a lot of damage. And I suppose we'll go ahead and use Madness so we can take this down to 0 cost. And we can use it next turn. Ouch. Oh. All of my health! And this is why we have blood potions, so we can just heal next time. Still no double tap. Oh. Battle Trance. Battle Trance. No, Battle Trance, you failed me. Oh. Let's see. I suppose then we should go ahead and take out this guy up here. This one does 33 damage. Bludgeon does 33 damage. You can put a card from your discard on top of your draw, so we could pull out my perfected strike again. So let's go ahead and just remove him. We'll headbutt to pull up the perfected strike into our draw pile. Do I have any? I have 1 defend. So I can take away a little bit of damage from her, since I'm not going to be able to kill her anyway. And then we'll bash her so she's got a little bit of vulnerable. Then we'll strike. Okay, I'm glad that the shame is discarded anyway and isn't kept in my hand, so that's very good. I still don't get double tap. Of the 3 cards remaining, double tap is in there? I'm filing a complaint. I demand that the next card, I play Pommel Strike and demand that my next card. Thank you. I'm going to use Reaper first so I can get a little bit of health back. And then we'll kill her. Ooh, if your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. Well, guess what? Where we're at right now. Meat on the bone, heal me. I don't want any more cards in my deck. It's already horribly full. I'm leaving. I'm walking away. I don't want it. Upgrades, however. Inflame. Upgraded for 3 strength at the start of battle. Oh, why, I'd love to. Ew, what the? Just a pile of vines with a red eyeball in the middle? Gross. Now let's see. I, of course, want to use a little bit of Inflame. I'm gonna go ahead and use Battle Trance. No double tap, too bad. Dang it, it just made my strike 0. That's a shame. Gonna defend off a little bit there. Now I'll go ahead and Perfected Strike him. And that's the... Wait. I can normal strike with that 0 cost, and then we'll end my turn. That's just a Tangela? Oh, you're right. What's a Pokemon doing around here? Someone call Ash. He's not supposed to be here. Alright, we're double tapping. Yeah, we're gonna heal a little bit. And, oh, he changed his attack. He was going to strike us, but he's not anymore. He's doing some kind of defensive move. I don't know quite what he's doing. So while I was going to defend, I'm not going to now. And instead I will rampage him. Oh, he's changing back and forth. Malleable. Upon receiving attack damage, gain 7 block. Block gains increases as malleable is triggered, resets to 3 at the start of your turn, and reactive upon receiving attack damage changes its intent. Huh. Huh. That's an interesting mechanic. I didn't realize that right away. I don't think I've ever fought this guy before. So, it's all new to me. Oh, and you're heading off now, kitty? Alright, bye. Thanks for coming on by to watch for a bit. My hand is full. Oh. Well, between Bludgeon and Perfected Strike, we're gonna kill him here. So it's fine. Choose a card in your discard pile and return it to your hand, and it costs 0 this turn. Oh, that's rather nice. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand. Gain 7 block for each card exhausted. Add 2 wounds into your hand. 15 block. 11 damage to all enemies. I leave everything and we continue. These guys are not very happy. They're all getting aggressive right at the start of combat. Well, strength. If I double tapped now, I don't think there's really a point in doing it. I might hope that the next turn I get Reaper and we'll just kill one of these guys with a normal Perfected Strike. So let's see, we've got 4 energy to work with. If I did 1, 2, 3... I think I might work with that combo. We'll kill this front guy, I suppose. Defend. And then we'll just attack that one. Next turn. See, and now with Reaper available, heal HP equal to unblocked damage. That guy in the back is blocking. I don't like that. I'm looking very angrily at him. I double tap and heal. Oh, look at that health gain. How lovely. I love that. And now if we still have one double tap available, we'll perfected strike that guy. And now we're out. That's it. That's the end of our round. And since he was just doing that little buff, a little bit of defense, we should kill him here, no problem. You see that? Now bludgeon card? Yeah. He's dead. Bye! This turn, your next card is played twice. I look at double tap. Double tap becoming quadruple tap. 4 attacks. Oh no! That would be such a powerful round if I had that. I'm looking up here at my potions. We're gonna go ahead and drink one of our health potions. And then we just take the duplication potion. The ultimate Omega finishing move. Yes. Yes. I'm looking. I'm skipping. And now it's time for a nice break at the bonfire. Healing my hit points to max as we go in for some smithing. Now, what we can do is make one of these madnesses cost 0. But we do have the rest of the upgrades. We can do the cards, but I'm kind of looking between them. And I think either madness or bloodletting getting upgraded would be best. Upgrading bloodletting would let us have a little bit more energy when it's used. But madness could come with the potential of making, say, bludgeon or perfected strike free for the entirety of combat, which would be very good for a boss battle. Imagine bludgeon being a free cost move at 42 attack. The hammer rains down. We go in for the boss. Oh, I forget about this guy. Yes, his time warp, you can see whenever you play 12 cards, ends your turn and gains 2 strength. Well, I've already got a card limit on myself with a Velvet Choker. So here we go. We start with Inflame. Let's see. Madness, not particularly useful at the moment. I don't have any defense cards. We'll go ahead and Battle Trance. We got Double Tap. Madness with Bludgeon? Maybe. We do have a lot of cards in our hand, though, so the chance it applies to Bludgeon isn't great. It applied to Strike over here. Life sucks. I'm going to go ahead and just defend. Try and minimize the attack damage he's gonna deal to me. I don't want to... Well, I could use something like Pommel Strike, actually. Because if it gets drawn into my hand, it'll just be around available for next turn. So I'm okay with that. So I don't think... No, because I used the Battle Trance, I didn't draw a card. Oh well. And I only took 1 damage. Alright. Still got Double Tap, but we don't have any of our perfected strikes, so I want to hold off on that still. We'll Rampage him. Defend a little bit with his attack. I would like to kind of deal as many cards as I can to get the counter down here so it doesn't stop me later next time. Because next turn, I would like to deal use or play a small number of cards because we're going to be frail and we're not going to be able to play much anyway. It'd be good if we had, say, Intimidate right now to take that down, but he might deal more damage later anywho. Using my cards that take damage currently. Guess we'll finish... Next round, we're going to be... I'm going to just end now because we're going to otherwise only be able to play 1 card next time. So we'll end it there. Now. draw one less card next turn. That's not really that terrible. This is a good time to just use Intimidate. Knock that down a little bit, make him deal less damage. If I had a defense, I would play that, but I don't, so I can't. So I'll just go ahead and... Let's bash him now, actually. So we can deal that vulnerable for this turn. Ow! 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 My hand is full. Ugh. Alright, I'm thinking about what we should do here. Oop, I didn't mean to click off. I meant to look at my discard pile. Here we go. This is when he has vulnerable on currently. It's too bad I only have bludgeon and perfected strike in my hand here. I'm considering. I'm thinking. I have madness. Okay. I'm gonna use madness and hope it applies to perfected strike or bludgeon. It applied to strike. Great. I certainly am glad that happened. I force a smile. Alright. I'm quadruple tapping. I don't know if this was actually the best time to do so. I can't play this, but I can bloodlet. We bloodlet. Well, I fucked up my hand. My Velvet Choker! My Perfected Strike card! No! I throw my hands up in fury. I should have paid more attention to how many cards I was playing. Well. Guess I'll go ahead and drink that potion, and now I've got 3 perfected cards in my hand. I don't have double tap now. Well, I perfected strike him. I perfected strike him again. I'll go ahead and headbutt to put double tap back into my draw pile. I'm not going to do any strikes because I don't want to bring the timer up. Wait. He defends, which I don't really like. I'm kind of looking at him mad a little bit. I double tap. Perfected strike him. And he cut me off. And he just healed for a bunch of health. You asshole. Oh look, I got double tap back though! Yahoo! I use that one and I heal. You can't stop me from healing. Loser. Bully. Alright, and then we'll use that one twice. I'm going to defend as much as I can. I can't go anymore because of Velvet Choker. It stopped your turn early? Yeah, because of his timer. So it seemed like my turn just got weirdly cut off, but no, it's because of his timer. Because of that time warp he's got on himself. Well, we're gonna bludgeon him. We're going to perfected strike him. Or maybe we won't, and we'll just defend as much as we can. I think he's going to wipe out our HP anyway here. That's only going to take us to 30, so that's a shame. Well, we twin strike. And we'll strike. Strike. And now we're at 11 time. Life is hell. We're gonna end up with 11 HP after this. I'm using Perfected Strike to just deal as much as we can on that singular turn, where he now hits us with 32. Well, at least you can die this round. Get him! Yeah. I feel that I could have played my cards better. I did not do that well. Well, here's the heart of the Spire. I stab it, dealing 647 damage. The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness begins to fade. A sudden burst of energy emanates from inside you, jolting you awake. The heart retreats upward. A large door is revealed in its place. With my 3 pieces, however, that I collected over this run, I unlock this door. Spoilers, Welling. Welly doesn't know. Omega Law. And then Welly's like, stop it. Don't bully me. Well, let's smith our card. Let's upgrade Madness, I suppose. At least lets us play it for free, eh? We don't need a rest, because now we've got max hit points. And now we're at the shop. What do you got for me? Oh look, the card removal service refreshed its amount cost. We can also get a toolbox at the start of each combat. Choose one of 3 random colorless cards and add the chosen card to your hand that could potentially be useful. Let's also take a peek at these potions. 12 block. This colorless potion is essentially equivalent to the toolbox, but is a 1 use. And is just whenever I want, rather than specifically at the start of combat. We also have this flex potion, which I think is a good sort of pocket potion to have. Which I think is how this block potion can be too. A little bit less of a gamble than the colorless over here. We're going to grab that block potion. Then we will leave and proceed. And now, before we actually get to face the heart again, we're actually going to go in for another battle against these guys, who I have not defeated so far. I use Inflame. Now, with the dynamics they work off of, this guy on the right usually deals more damage. On the left, usually does some blocking. Right now, they're both attacking. You can see how normally, most of these fights, it's me on the left, guy on the right. Now they're on both sides. So you see this? Back attack deals 50% more damage as it's attacking you from behind. Whoever's behind me deals extra damage. So if I'm facing to the right, left guy's gonna do more. If I'm facing to the left, right guy's gonna do more. So since he's dealing double damage, or 50% more, this guy on the right, because he's doing 2 attacks, might be dealing more. It works whichever way I'm facing. Let's see. Now, what I could do is kind of stack myself here. And we'll focus on the Spire Spear here, who we're facing. Twin striking him, purposefully not using Bash yet. And defending. And using Madness to turn one of them, in this case Bash, to 0. And then we can go ahead and get him. Then we'll hit him. Though it didn't actually apply the effect, that's fine. Now he doesn't have it for later on. And so we end my turn like that. Ouch. Burns. This is my hand this time. This guy's defending, so we're going to disregard him, and we're going to just focus on the guy on the right over here. Almost striking. Ooh, Perfected Strike. That is one of our other ones that we had. We'll be very close to taking him down. I don't really want... Okay, let's consider. We can draw or play 5 more cards. We have 4 energy. So we can actually play all of our cards. We defend. Just strike. Strike. Madness, making this card free. And actually almost killing this guy over here. And we're also going to defend to make it so he can't quite... So he'll do a little bit less damage. We would have totally killed him if we weren't frail from that curse card, too. That's rather stinky, isn't it? Well... We double tap. Or first we're going to battle trance, get more cards in our hand. And then we'll double tap. Because while you might go, oh, he's only got 5 health, he's also got 27 damage. So, we need to do more to him in order to actually take him out. By Rampage, we would do 20 total. Pommel would be 22, 22, 22. We would have to attack him twice to even kill him. I think what we'll do is we'll turn and use Perfected Strike against that guy. And then we can turn back around, put double tap back in our draw pile there. And Perfected Strike over in there. And then this will kill him, so wait. Oh. My card usage! Foiled again! I'm dead! Well, that sucks. I should have just killed the guy on the right. Wait, I'm not dead. It's a miracle. Tori saved me. Tori. Oh. I'm pretty sure that's why I didn't die there. Alright, guy on the right. We do a normal attack on you. I do a double tap. We Perfected Strike this guy. I guess I'll just bludgeon him to show him a what for. Take that. Leave. And now we go into the heart battle where I've got 18 HP. Guess who's going to die? It's me. There is no way I'm beating him now. It would be nice if I had double tap in this case. Because I've got Bludgeon Perfected Strike. I guess I can have it this next time. Right now he's doing something strategic. What exactly? Who knows? This is 45, Perfected Strike does 45. So we're going to go ahead and use Bludgeon this time. By the way, he's got Beat of Death. Whenever you play a card, take a damage. And his Invincible can only use to lose so much HP per round. Huh. Don't need to defend. We'll just do a normal strike, I suppose. This boss is fucked up. Yeah. It especially doesn't help with that battle round before him. Him playing a shit ton of status cards on us. Thanks, mister. Then he's going to deal 60 damage, thus ending our life. We're just going to go ahead and double tap. Wait. High flex. We're just gonna deal as much damage as we can. There it goes. Guess I should have bashed first for that vulnerable. Oh well. There's no point in playing that defend the last round because can't defend 60 damage with my 10 health. So there we go. that's the end. Blech. I haven't managed to actually kill. I think I have killed those last guys once or twice, but I have not managed to kill the heart yet. But hey, I unlocked something. What'd I get? Havoc. Play the top card of your draw pile and exhaust it. Gain 5 block. If this card is exhausted, gain 2 energy. And put a card from your exhaust pile back into your hand, and then exhaust that. That run had a lot of potential. Yeah, it was a pretty enjoyable run regardless. Look, this is also why I only did 666 to that heart before. If I had, say, taken up more enemies in battle and not did so many question marks, we would have had a higher score. That's alright. We go to the main menu. I'm looking over at the time. Jesus. Doing Slay the Spire live and making an entire run through to the end like that. Whoo! Hoo-hoo! A long run. I guess then we can only do one other character. We've got Skull, green. We've got... Here, I can click on them, of course. We've got the Silent, green lady, snake. We've got this blue guy, the Defect. And then we've got purple lady, the Watcher. So, decide, chat, who should I play next while I get up and take a bathroom break? I'm back. Haunted cursor. I swear it was a ghost, not me. Teehee. Ho 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 huh. Alright. So, I see the most talking conversation about the Watcher and the Defect. Indeed, the playstyles of them. The Watcher works off of different stances, with different stances giving her different perks. Her defensive stance, you know, helping out with her blocking. When you exit out of her calm stance, she gives you a little bit extra block, gives you extra energy, I believe it was. Then her attacking stance makes it so that she will deal more damage, but also take more damage. And then her special stance is harder to get into, but if you get into it, you do triple the damage, but it ends that round. The Watcher is a chat member like me, but the Defect is pondering his orb just like I want to. It's a tough choice. I had a lot more success with Watcher than Defect. I have had good rounds with Defect, and I think he is very intriguing to play when you get his little orb balls that he can have. Because you can kind of see the colors here. He's got orb, 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 orb. He's got different colors of orb. And he has a set number that can hover around him, but he can get additional relics or cards and the like to play that affect how many orbs he has out at a time, and it can be a lot of fun. The orbs are very cool, but I never get the right supporting cards and relics. I mean, you can apply that to any of the characters, where if you don't get those RNG cards that work with the deck you're trying to go for, that it ends up ruining your run. What does channeling lightning do? When you channel an orb, it will make one of the orbs appear in your little slots, and the lightning orb in particular will deal some damage at the end of each round, or if you actually use it, will deal or do an additional bigger effect. In the case for lightning, you deal extra damage, but when you actually use an orb, you lose the orb as well. How about we go ahead and do the Defect? Another try. Yeah, colorless card, potions, random rare relic, random boss relic. It's a little bit harder to want to pull for the boss relic or losing the relic here, just because, you know, having an orb at the start is useful. But, oh boy, if I don't like gambling for a different, more powerful starting relic, I find that very enjoyable. Well, come on. I hand him my cracked orb. This one's broken. I want a new relic. Ooh, Black Star is actually really great to get right at the start like this, because an additional relic when an elite is defeated, that means we want to defeat as many elites as possible, because then we can, yeah, very good at as a starter relic. I look for the elites. We've got one right there. Got one right there. There's another guy, and one here as well. Let's go ahead and take the left-hand route then. But we're not going to go all full left here. We're going to kind of pop off to the side. That way we can maybe avoid one fight. Let's go. See, here's my little orb slots. If I still had that starter orb, we would get a lightning channeled. But we don't. And we just have a bunch of defenses here. So I guess we're using 2 of them. And then we'll go ahead and strike. Thinking. If we strike this guy, we'll be able to kill him next round. If we strike this guy, it's not a guarantee, but we would use up his defense points. But next round, he will be able to attack as well. I think we'll go ahead and attack him. Just that way we can use up his little defense. He attacks us. Because if he attacks now, And if this guy could, oh, he didn't buff, so it doesn't matter. But here's zap. See, we can channel lightning. Evoke your next orb twice. All we have, this will channel that. We'll dual cast it. And then I can kill one of them. I want to kill this guy because he's going to do a little bit more damage on my turn. Ow! If only we had more energy. If only we could start with 4 energy like our last guy did. We killed the louse in our fury. Hold snap. 6 damage, 1 frost. Add random power card into your hand and it costs 0. Or block. The frost orbs just give us block. I do like the idea of getting a power card at the start. Why don't we try that? We're at the very beginning right now of the defects run, so it's a little bit questionable about how things are going to progress. We'll go ahead and channel this lightning. And man, neither of them are attacking, and all I've got are defenses in my hand. Oh, jeez. Guess we'll just go ahead and strike them. And I'll end my turn. Yeah, not a good starting hand. Hello there, white noise. Let's see what I get. Static discharge. Whenever you receive unblocked attack damage, channel 1 lightning. Well, it's a free use, so I guess I'll take it. I don't really want to take his damage over here, though, so we'll just kill him. Attack that guy, and that's it. Yeah, it only does that effect when we take damage, though, so... There's our dual cast. Not very useful since I don't have an orb. I can't block a lot because he's frailed me. If I use 3 strikes, though, that's 6, 12, 18. So we're just gonna kill him. So, don't really want Cold Snap. I push that card away. We have Rip and Tear over here. Deal 7 damage to a random enemy twice. Not terrible. But being able to have a little bit more orb action happening would be very nice. So I am going to go ahead and grab the ball lightning. And we're going to go to the question mark. Oh. Gambling for relics. As you walk into the room, you hear a gurgling and the grinding of metals. Before you is a slime-like creature that ate too much scrap for its own good. From the center of the creature, you see glints of strange light. Perhaps something magical? It looks like you can get some treasure if you reach inside its opening. However, the acid and sharp objects may hurt. That's alright. I stab my hand in. He has frailed you for the last time. Nod. Good one. War Void. I get it. Nothing? Oh. Come on, there's a relic in here somewhere. Oh. All or nothing. There we go. Thank you. I got, Thread Needle. Start each combat with 4 plated armor. Well, I guess it's a relic. Hi, cultist. Are you here to fight? Me too. Gain 1 focus. Focus increases the effectiveness of channeled orbs. Hey, that's not bad. That means this here channeled lightning we're pulling out? It's a little bit more powerful now, dealing 4 damage at the end of my turn rather than 3. And then we strike him. We just give him a little slash with our sharp hands. Because our hands, metallic, coming to a point, they're dangerous. Well, we'll go ahead and block. This will make it so we don't take any damage to him. From him. We'll evoke our orb twice. Then we'll attack. His power is unmatched. Oh god. No, it's alright. We can defeat him. It's fine. See, just ching. And then we'll summon an additional lightning. That's 8 damage, so if we strike him, he's only got 6 health left. So, while we don't have any defense on us, technically we are going to get 4 from the plated armor. But as we end our turn here, these are going to strike and kill him. Guess what? His powers were matched. So, now he's dead. Go for the eyes, deal 3 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, apply 1 weak. A rainbow, though. Channeling 3 different colored orbs. Lightning, frost, and dark. Deal 9 damage. Put the next card you play at this turn on the top of your draw pile. I like the rainbow. Let's try that. Alright, and we pop over to the question mark here. That we can go up and fight this next elite. You spot a loose brick within a pillar that catches your eye. You find a folded note and a card that reads, "The heart awaits." This is your handwriting. There's a strike in here. Oh, that event. I stuck a really good card in there. Alternate reality me was probably looking at this little spot and was like, oh, I can ditch a card here. Okay, what's a card in my hand that I hate and I don't want to have? And then I jammed it in the wall and walked off. And that's probably what happened. Well, a free purple strike. I guess if I pull it out here. Wait, do I swap it out with something else? Yeah. Alright. Future denizen, who's going to retrieve something from this wall, probably doesn't want a potential of a rainbow. If, you know, it's over here, the Watcher has jabbed in their strike and they pull out a rainbow, they're probably gonna look at that. This isn't very useful for me. You have a ton of defense as is. I could jam a defend on there. Useful for who, you know. And then I'll come back by as the Watcher later and just find a defense card jammed in there. Bye! A free blue defend. Oh boy. My next time running, when I get that event, is going to be so pleased. He's using a little debuff. Well, now's the time to channel my orbs and do a little slash. Is there ever a situation where you need another defend? I mean, it can... Ironclad likes block moves, he does. And, you know, if you need just a little bit of block a turn, maybe it can help you out. I'm gonna call on the rainbow. Alright, Dark Orb. You can get a hand that focuses around using Dark Orbs, and I haven't played the defect a lot, but I haven't been able to have a hand built around it because you need that starting RNG to really be giving you cards to accommodate for it. But you can see, Dark, at the end of the turn, increases this orb's damage by 6. And evoking deals 6 damage to the enemy with the lowest HP. So this orb can do a lot of damage, but to have a deck built around it becomes a little bit harder. You tend to get more, say, lightning cards. By the way, hello there, TV, and welcome. He's going to attack us. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of defense, which, of course, because he is a little bit angry, Whenever we use a skill, it makes him not very happy. However, because of our Frost Orb 2, they get a little bit of extra block out of that. Alright, so if I channel lightning here... that will... This guy is also terrible for playing with the defect over here when you're using an orb deck, because pretty much all of your orb casts all centered around skill type. Hello world! At the start of your turn, add a random common card into your hand. Oh well, I guess I'll use it then. It's my turn. 24 damage. Ouch. Oof. He gave me a deal 4 damage for each channeled orbs. I've got 2. Well, if I use ball lightning out here, does count as an attack. I'm looking at the damage he's dealing. I'm looking at myself. So if we strike him for 6 health, these are gonna do 6. Only 12. I guess I'll... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. If only I had my dual cast or something out. Ouch. Just gotta pray for 2 good relic rolls, right? Now, at least here with my Zep, I call upon the power of the void and I kill him. Now, first set of options here. Oh, the Emerald Key has actually not locked itself to any relic? I suppose because of my Black Star. That's intriguing. Well, we got a Nunchak. A Nunchaku. Every time you play 10 attacks, gain energy. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. And then the Emerald Key. And card is Leap for block. Chill is Channel of Frost for each enemy in combat. And then we have Loop. At the start of your turn, trigger the passive ability of your next orb. I'm curious. Let's grab it. I grab it. We go off. Campfire, however, I'm not using this time for Ruby Key or to Smith. This time I'm healing because our health is so dang low. Do Nunchaku count as Nippon Steel? There's metal in there somewhere. I squint. Wait. At the very least, this is attached by like a chain, right? Does that count as the Nippon Steel? Oh, just a battle. Ah, but we're trying to rob us over here. Come on, guys. At the start of your turn, draw an additional card. Well, I guess I'll take it. I can dual cast and do a little bit of damage to these guys, or I can strike them. If I deal 6 to him, he'll be defended from the lightning strike. I kinda need to take out the looter. I'm like just gonna end up dying anyway. I whack him. I whack him. Oh, well. Ouch! Oh! My plated armor! Alright, well. He's doing some effect here. I don't recall what is affected. I think it might make me frail. What do we have? 6. Use 3 things. I would like to be able to kill him. And this is going to deal 6 damage, so it's going to kill the louse anyway. So we're good. Trigger the passive ability of your next orb. Wonder how this stacks exactly. Is it like doubling up so it's going to deal 9 damage here? I'm not sure. I'm going to block so I can kind of take down as much as he does as possible here. It all went for the wrong guy. Ow. Oh yeah, so it just does an extra of the passive, whatever I have. Or just, if it does just trigger the passive, I guess it would depend. Orbs hitting the thief every time, both good and a bad thing. I'm kind of shrugging. Gonna go ahead and use rainbow. Unfortunately, none of them went for the louse to kill him. So I guess I'm not even, wait. The passive does 3 damage to a random enemy. Well, if it doesn't random on the louse, it's not going to kill him. Please, lightning. Defeat? Louse immune to rainbows confirmed? Okay. Now I have to deal enough damage to him or else he's going to get away. I think I should be able to do it. Just because of I managed to get enough of channels. Enough channels to use it. There we go. Right, got my money back, and now we've got these cards. Channel of Frost. Evoke your next orb. Channel the orb that was just evoked. Then reprogram. Lose a focus. Gain strength and dex. I suppose reprogramming would be better if you weren't really wanting to use orbs, but I really like orbs, and I prefer to kind of, or I'm, maybe you could say more aiming to build my deck around that, so I'm going to grab recursion. Okay, now, it probably would be a better idea to go here, so we can stop at the campfire. I can only imagine hell, though, if we go to the campfire and then go left to hit that elite. Because there's a lot of fights over here on this path, and I don't have a lot of HP. But, I mean, we go all in, right? Have you seen the crazy character mods there are for this game? I have not, as I have not played the game modded. So, here's some gold. Oh, okay. So, we either take the sapphire key, or we take the gremlin horn. Whenever an enemy dies, gain energy, draw a card. I'm thinking of the situations. This is only going to be useful in smaller combats. Mildly at boss combats if they happen to have summons, but not every boss has a summon, in which case this gremlin horn isn't useful. I'm gonna go ahead and just take the key. This game is so amazing, honestly one of the best deck builder roguelikes. I'm not sure that I've played too many deck builder roguelikes, so I don't really have a huge repertoire to compare against, but I do agree that it is quite fun. We rest for more health. There's a mod that's called Waifu the Spire that makes all the monsters cute monster girls. If that is all it does... I don't want this normal plain thief. I want cute anime girl. Trade them out, please. Fuck it, we're gonna take the full damage from this guy. 10 health, damage, or I guess a little bit less than that. 6, we're taking 4. Reminds me of Darkest Dungeon or RimWorld modding. Especially RimWorld, where you can make all of your little pawns. Little anime girls? Oh boy. What would make RimWorld better? Oh, anime! Thank goodness. Ooh, lightning, well... Electrodynamics is great. If you know why, Had some more lightning cards around. Well, there's that at least. Well, if I evoke my next orb twice, I would deal 28. And then, okay. There's that. I think I played that maybe in the wrong order. Wanted to do the reverse to get him. Oh, well. He's dead anyway, thanks to lightning. Ooh, I got an achievement. Wow, thanks, team. Self-repair. At the end of combat, heal 7 HP. That's not bad. Rebound. I'm distracted. I look at the darkness orb summoning. I take that one. Could I achieve a dark orb deck? The allure of the dark side. I'm drawn into the void. Hi guys! Hey, how's it going? It's, nice to see you. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on loop. Maybe check out white noise. Defragment, I'll take you. Recursion would be very cool. If I actually had an orb. I guess I'll defend against this guy. Thanks to my plated armor, I won't take any damage. Alright, now just give me some rainbow. Oh, look, I did get rainbow. Well, let's channel that. That'll give me a little bit of defense. That would be 7. That's not quite enough to defend off all of them. However, my only options are otherwise to zap or strike, and I can deal a little bit more if I zap, and I can just pull out a new lightning orb then. Yeah. Ouch! Man, now I'm gonna have so many dazed in my goddamn draw pile. Come on, guys. Go easy on me. Look, now I could channel the darkness a little bit and then dual cast my first dark right here. I channeled the midnight. I evoke the void. And then I can re-channel or kill him. And then boom, new lightning. And then my lightning can strike down upon them a little bit. Dazed, reeling, about to ponder. Man, what timing for playing the defect, right? When everybody's up and in on the hip orb meme. Now, if you ever come back in the future, years from now, go, I want to watch this Slay the Spire VOD. You'll be watching through and be like, yeah, ponder the orb. And then they'll be like, why do they keep talking about pondering the orb? I don't get it. So, hashtag trendy. Yeehaw. I've got 3 different cards I can be using here. I'll be able to kill them out. What if I just slap them all around? Let's see. Evoke your next orb channel. Then we could use dark next. So if we do ball lightning, strike him in the back. We recursion, so we evoke the dark orb, killing him, and resummoning it. And then we can evoke this guy 2 times. But we won't kill him. Pondering the orb is a meme. Yes. I don't know if that is exclusively of where it's from or anything, but that's where I'm familiar with it. That's all I can do, thanks to all the dazed. Good lord, Dagnardia, where have you been? Look, Archon, not everybody hangs around the memes, alright? If you're not looking over at, say, Twitter, and if all of the Discords that you're a part of don't have meme channels, or nobody, or everybody barely posts in them, you just avoid them. It never happens. I don't know, I'm bad at memology. Oh, Dagnardia. If you're not browsing memes, what do you do with all of your time? I have seen them all, Caco. It's like Clockwork Orange. You can't avoid anything. And I like Arthur just kind of poking in now, lurking all this time, and just like, orb. Frozen Egg. Whenever you add a power card into your deck, upgraded. Amazing. Bottled Lightning. Upon pickup, choose a skill that you start your hand with. This relic is only as good as the skills you happen to have. If they were all shit, it's a little kind of eh. Like, starting off with Darkness isn't terrible, but is it really great? Starting off with Recursion would be terrible, because I don't have any orbs that I would even have. Starting up with the Rainbow isn't terrible, because then I could go ahead and just load up my entire set with all three of these guys. Starting off with White Noise would be pretty nice. Just add a random power card into your hand and it costs 0. Wonder what Rainbow does upgraded, just -1 cost. It could also remove the exhaust effect. There's a couple of cards that when you upgrade them, they lose the exhaust. And then that really does, that can make a huge impact on how good the cards are. Like, it can be a good card, but then it becomes an amazing card. Let's see. I have to pick one of them. You know, it's people like me that keep Know Your Meme up and running. Somebody has to not know about memes to use the site. It's true. I kind of like White Noise being a starting card better because powers last you throughout combat, and it being a little bit lower cost makes it a little bit nicer to start with versus, say, Rainbow, just because it's higher cost to start with. So we're gonna go ahead and start with White Noise. Grab the potion. You know, maybe I should have peeked at these cards before grabbing the relic. Not like it matters, because this skill isn't really impressive enough for me to want to be able to stick it in that lightning bottle. But otherwise, probably would have been a good idea. I'm gonna grab Ball Lightning. We continue. Oh, hi there, Slaver. It's a pretty good looking net you have there. Well, we got machine learning. Hit me. This is the problem with Defect most of the time, is that if you don't really get a good round of cards early on, much more so for the Defect, I feel, than some of the other characters, is that it's easy to take a lot of damage, and then you just end up dying as a result. You don't really have the time to build stuff up. Well, he's trying to attack here, so I suppose I'll go ahead and just defend. Defect gets dunked on for the first floor, especially since he's not able to do at least a little bit of damage over time, as I did opt to trade out my channeling orb relic. Oh, yeah. Requires a lot of setup to actually get rolling, indeed. However, I find him a lot of fun when he does get rolling. When he has a billion channeled slots around him, it's a lot of fun. He's dead. Barrage. Deal 4 damage for each channeled orb. This would be a lot better if I had a lot more orbs out and available. I think as it stands right now, it's not particularly great. And I don't have a deck built around claws. And I haven't been really building for general attacks. I'm going to pass on those cards. We are totally going to die to this gremlin knob. Are you ready for death, chat? Woohoo! I sure am. Another machine learning? Trash garbage. let's go ahead and rainbow, and we end. God, that elite sucks. He's especially horrible against the defect when you're not building with strike. It's basically death. Well, I'm ready to die! Yahoo! Wahey! I guess I have some flex potions. Maybe I should just go ahead and use these guys, I suppose. Well, we've got 7 health left. I'm looking at his 18. Can channel darkness, but it won't do anything. We could use a ball lightning. Calling it in. Don't have anything really to use or double up our orbs twice. Strength is only useful if we're, say, you know, using a strike. Well. Bye. Wait. I don't think there's a point in defending. I drink all of my flex potions, and I strike him. Take that. And that's the end. The defect can definitely, yeah, didn't start off. While we did start off with the Great Black Star, I didn't make some of the best choices for the turns. I did unlock some cards though. Hey, Turbo. Gain 2 energy. Add a void into your discard pile. Ooh, wow, look at that void. Whenever this card is drawn, lose energy. Oh, wow. Sunder. Deals 24 damage. If this kills an enemy, gain 3 energy. Deal 24 damage. Channel some plasma. 5 energy cost. Holy shit. Sucky that both elite rolls were pretty much hard counters. Yeah. That's sometimes how the RNG rolls with Slay the Spire. If we weren't matched up here at 4 hours, I would do another run. But otherwise, I think we would be here for another 2 hours if I started another run. And then that would put us into quite the length of a stream. And I don't think I want to do that. So, still, what we did play of Slay the Spire this time, very enjoyable. And I am glad that that first run did go so well then. You know, that we didn't have such terrible RNG that every run that we did was, you know, death on first floor. But thank you for everybody for coming on by to watch some Slay the Spire. Quite enjoyable. Next week, let's see. Yeah, next week or this week, however you want to view it. The Saturday is going to be Christmas, so I'm not going to be doing a stream then. There will still be Subnautica stream on Friday. At night, by the way. For those who are unaware, I do streams on Friday nights. And right now, because I started playing Subnautica, those streams are all Subnautica until I beat it or I become horribly offended by it and I never want to look at it. And then Sunday, the 26th, will be the community game stream. What will it be? It's a mystery. And now, let's see. Since VoiceBox is currently streaming, he's playing some Tarkov. We'll go over and go ahead and rate him. Alright. Thank you, everybody, for coming on by to watch. I hope you have a lovely day, a lovely night. Thank you for everybody. Thank you to everybody. Goodbye. Bye.